Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more sad than the death of individualism.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so tragic when you can see people losing their personalities to all these influences and just becoming part of this trend or part of the wave. Riding the wave. Like it's cool. We'll do a summary in a second for people. I think people want like a summary of what's going on. But I'm just saying that it's sad when you see these people, they're just sort of conforming to the trend or like following the stuff because that's what they think is because someone else has told them it's cool. Do you run?
Yeah, I
Someone
get
else has
you.
told them that's what they should do. And I get that that's obviously very common in teenagers or younger people. But in older people you still see it. And it's just like it's sad because I feel like the whole point of your teenage years, right, is that you're trying to develop and you're trying to create your individuality, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And it just gets sort of stolen. The whole process gets poisoned
yeah,
by
and
by this idea that you need to be a certain way or you have to do this to be perfect. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I think I don't know if you've watched the Netflix recently on Netflix. It was about social media. I think it's called I watched it the other day. No, what's it called? It's about the idea of social media, how it came into fruition, and the data they use on you and how they use it against you.
Oh yeah, I know what
Oh,
you
what's
mean.
it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
Someone in chat will probably know.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the one about putting your phone down, isn't it?
Social
That's
dilemma.
it. Social
Yes.
dilemma. Yeah. Okay.
You brought up a good point of when you're teenager, like between,
Mm.
let's say I was chucking like, yeah, 13 to 19, the whole teenage years.
As in what? Okay. Are you talking teenagers
I'll
in total, like where you
No,
like
so
develop your individualism?
when you as a person develop from, you start from 13 to 19 as teenage years. As you go through those years, that's when you're most impressionable, or arguably like very impressionable, right? And so
Yes.
being allowed onto,
Maybe not 19. Maybe not
okay,
19.
let's lower it. Let's go to like,
17, 18, I'd
yeah,
say.
okay, let's lower it down around there, right? And
Because when you're 18, you start having the adult
yeah,
responsibilities
yeah,
thrust
that's
upon
true.
you, like taxes. You expect to get a job. Moving, driving, moving out, blah 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 blah.
Okay,
But yeah, sorry.
13 to like 17, 18.
Yeah, sure.
You're in school, whatever. You're forced to
Hmm.
go. You're The whole point of, like you said, of find or and like develop your character at you, right? So when you're allowed to whip out your phone and see all these different uh people and things have an effect on you,
Yeah.
it's it's dangerous, and that's why they talk about that in the documentary, that social media should have an age limit of at least 16. There's a point in that in the documentary about saying, social media should be limited to people from the age of 16 above, because you're so impressionable at a young age. Like you said, people start adopting these trends, or like just other things that other people do, and pick up phrases and stuff. And there's obviously benefits
Yeah.
of that, but you got to be aware of the negatives that come with it. Like we've just been talking about, like perfect body, like perfect health, perfect life. Like it's so subjective to everyone, and it almost creates, like you said, this false image inside your own head. But when you're such a young age, you want to be able to find that out yourself rather than get pushed it down your throat on a social media app.
Yeah.
That's why to be fair, I am for it. I think since watching it, I haven't been like wary of my use of social media. I try to. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's almost, it is an addiction. Like
Yeah, no, it is. I mean,
it's
that's the
addiction that
thing.
no one would admit to. It's like coffee as well. Like people drink coffee like it's nothing, but they're addicted to it. They don't admit it, but they are. It's
Yeah.
just all about balance and controlling it. You just got to create that balance for yourself.